Good afternoon and welcome to the Marine Mammal Stranding Center Facebook Live. My name is Michelle and I'm here with Stranding Coordinator Jay Pagel, who is going to help us with our live patient update here in the pool house. So we're going to see our first patient. This is pen 3 of the pool house here. And this is a male gray seal. He's stranded in Ship Bottom. And he's actually currently our smallest patient here at the Marine Mammal Stranding Center, weighing it at only 26 pounds right now. So he's been here since Sunday. And right now, he had just finished his breakfast, so he's drained down his pool a little bit so he could rest and digest. And a little bit later on, he'll get some supervised swimming time. So we're going to move on to the next pen. Jay's helping us, since these are the older pens in the pool house, it's a little hard to shoot through the glass. So this is our female gray seal from Beach Haven. So you guys might remember her story. She's the one that was entangled in plastic. We found her entangled in that plastic overwrap that you would find on a case of water bottles. And fortunately, she has received no permanent damage from that. It wasn't there long enough to cut into her neck. So she's here just to heal from some minor scrapes and injuries and to put on a little bit more weight before she could return to the wild. But I wanted you guys to take a quick look at her and see how she's doing. So she's a good reminder that whenever we're throwing away anything plastic, we should make sure that we cut it up and dispose of it properly so no animals can become entangled in it. So next time you throw out something plastic, just please think of this little girl and make sure that there's no loops or anything an animal can get hung up in. So we're going to move on now to pen 1, and this guy, we'll get a quick look at him. Just a quick look before we close because he's a little too inquisitive. So this is the guy that's stranded in Brigantine. He was still covered with his lanugo, so take a look at him through the window since he's so close there. I don't want him tumbling out. And as you hear that sound he makes, that's actually a gray seal's way of warning you to stay back. Even though they look cute and cuddly, they have 44 very sharp teeth, so that's their way of letting you know, hey, you're a little too close, stay away. So we're going to heed what he's asking us to do and go check out some of our other patients. But this is the guy that's stranded completely white. So about a week ago, he was covered with his white birthing coat. And now you can see he's already molted into his dark juvenile coat. So it's kind of exciting to see that. But he's doing really well. So we're going to head on over now to the ICU. And we're going to check on the kids in here. So we've had some seals move around this week. We're still caring for 9 seals. We've had some relocates that I'll tell you about in a little bit as well. So in pen A is actually our newest patient. This is a gray seal that stranded yesterday morning. He was called in at 4 o'clock in the morning in front of the Ocean Casino in Atlantic City. So he, as you could tell, has a pretty severe wound on his left rear flipper, and you can't see it from here, but on his right shoulder and right front flipper he has multiple injuries of unknown origin as well. So he's here just like the others. He's just been fed and now he's going to get some supervised swimming time later, but since he's such a new patient, we like to supervise them when they swim for a little while to make sure that they're strong enough to haul out on their own and be in the water comfortably. So this guy actually, though, he's 43 pounds, which is a pretty good weight for a pup, and he's actually already showing interest in food for us, so that's good. So we'll just have to work on getting these injuries healed before he goes back to the ocean, but we wanted you guys to meet our newest patient. Now pen B, this is our male from Seaside Park that's stranded when our truck broke down on the side of the road. Quite a interesting journey here, but he's doing well, eating on his own as well. And now we're going to move on to pen C. Pen C is the female that's stranded in Point Pleasant Beach. She was actually found in the middle of the road in the middle of the night during a storm that caused flooding. and she's doing great. She's just finished her meds, so she's got about 2 more weeks before we do blood work on her, and that'll be her pre-release blood work. And at that point, she should be cleared to move to the pool, so we'll tag her and get her ready for release. But as you can see, this was previously our smallest patient admitted this year, and she was super skinny when she arrived. And as you guys recall from previous updates, it took her quite a while to start eating on her own. And now you can see she's quite voluptuous. She's got a lot of curves. She's eating 9 pounds of fish a day on her own, so she's definitely put on her weight and is doing well. And she likes to nap. In the sunbeam here, as you can see, we have these awesome skylights, so the seals tend to nap in the sunbeam on the soft mats after breakfast. And the last patient here in the ICU is Pen D. This is the female gray seal that was brought in from Delaware. She's stranded in Bethany Beach. She also had a little bit of lanugo, that birthing coat, and was very thin. And she's starting to fill out as well now too. She eats pretty well on her own. And she's got this beautiful, beautiful coat that's very indicative of the female gray seals. They get this platinum gray coat with all the spots, and that's one of the ways that you could tell male and female gray seals apart. The males are almost always dark in color, almost jet black, and the females are this really pretty spotted platinum gray. So we're going to head on over now to the hut, so we could say goodbye to some of the kids here and head on over to the hut. And while we head on over to the hut, that's again our new patient. I'll tell you about some of the other seals that have been in the hospital this week. We have also had 3 harp seals in the past several days that we've checked out, and they checked out fine. They came here for a 24-hour assessment and checked out healthy, so they were relocated and released. So there's been 3 harp seals through this week. And then if you guys have been following our Facebook page, yesterday we released a video of a gray seal, a large gray seal, juvenile gray seal that was trapped in the Allenhurst fishing pier that Jay and Jacob were able to rescue. So if you haven't seen that video, definitely check it out. So in the hut, so the hut building seems to be the Sea Isle City building. So both seals in the hut are both from Sea Isle City. So this guy right here, this is a male. He's the one that was admitted for a respiratory infection and had some minor wounds. He's doing really well, eating well on his own. As you can see, this chunky monkey's also put on quite a bit of weight since he's been here, so that's great. And then we have the female from Sea Isle City. There she is. The female from Sea Isle City. She's also doing really well. She's the one that has lots of little wounds all over her body. We're not exactly sure what they were caused by. You know, these guys encounter predators on land when they haul out, but they also, other seals will also bite the pups and the juveniles as well. The male gray seals in the breeding colonies actually will sometimes attack the pups to drive the females into estrus to breed them. So a lot of times we see pups with random bites around their head and around their flippers, and it could be caused by another seal, or it could be caused by a land predator. But she's healing up really nicely and eating well. And both of these seals here are off of meds and the same thing. So they'll, in 2 weeks, get their pre-release blood work and be tagged and hopefully move to the pool to prepare for their return to the wild. So I want to thank you guys very much for joining us for our Facebook Live today. Thank you all who've been sending in donations and words of support to us. It really means a lot to our staff here at the Stranding Center. Like I said, it continues to be busy with these gray seal pups migrating down from New England and Canadian waters, so they all seem to show up in our area around the same time. So we do get quite busy. At one point this week, we had 12 seals in house with all the animals that were here also for overnight observations and relocation. So it's been quite busy for our team. So again, we want to remind you, if you happen to be on the beach and see a seal, immediately call our hotline, 609-266-0538, just so we can come check them out and see if they need our help or not. And again, We get the calls 24/7. So just like the Atlantic City SEAL, who we got the call for at 4 o'clock in the morning, you know, somebody answers the phone and we respond. So thank you guys so much for joining us, and we hope that you have a wonderful day and a great weekend. Take care.